Yo, Mr. Taliaferro TV, how's everybody doing? All right, so Fetty Wap, an artist who was on fire, baby. He was on fire, what was that, about a year and a half ago? Remember when Fetty Wap had that run? When Trap Queen was on the radio, he followed that up with, baby, won't you come my way? Yeah. Then he had like the 679 record. He had like 4 records, right? 4 records in rotation in like the Billboard top 20 or 30. That hadn't been done in quite some time. So again, salute to Fetty Wap. He was really making it happen out here in the streets about a year and some change ago. He went cold musically. Let's just tell it how it is. He went cold musically. His wave kind of died down. And from everything I hear, people tell me his wave died because of him, right? Because his sound is so unique. It's not like the sound changed on him. His sound is still his sound. Every source that I have on Fetty Wap, everyone close around him or somebody I know that, is close enough to have a relationship with him, they tell me he's not focused. He's too into the women. And kudos to him if that's his thing. Ain't nobody mad at that. That's not for me to judge the brother. If he really into women, okay, do you. You got fame, you got money. Enjoy your life, my brother. You worked hard for this. But people are telling me the music is what took a hit. And I'll tell you this quick story before we get into him being cuffed on a DWI this morning. So about a week ago, the Breakfast Club and Power 105, they had their Powerhouse concert, right? Powerhouse for Power 105 is their big Summer Jam event, right? It's their big quote unquote performance, right? It happens in the fall. It's just their big performance where they get a lot of artists. DJ Envy had a set, and obviously y'all know DJ Envy has the record with Fetty Wap right now called Text Your Number, Baby. Y'all know I gotta sing mine. And it would have been great for Fetty Wap to come out on Envy's set. Envy had it set up for him to come and perform that record. You're trying to work a record here, right? It's technically Envy's record, but it's all of Fetty Wap on it. Obviously, Envy's not going to rap or sing on it. So you want Fetty Wap at that event. It's important for the growth of the record. It's a big stage. And for Fetty reportedly not to show up because he missed his flight. Look, I know you got things going on, but when I heard he missed his flight, I just thought to myself, that's very disappointing, man. I know things happen, but you gotta find a way to make that show. You cannot miss that show. And it just told me a lot where he's at right now. When people miss events, I don't like it. And then when we're trying to figure out why has this brother fell off, I mean, it's to the point Fetty's cold right now. He can't heat up for anything in the world. He's put out music. He just can't. He can't heat back up. And when you hear stories like today, the rapper has had his license suspended after he was busted earlier for drunken driving and drag racing in Brooklyn. All right, he was caught in a 2012 Mercedes, speeding west, swerving in and out of traffic, racing another vehicle on the expressway. And when they pulled him over, they found him behind the wheel, and he was clearly intoxicated. All right, he was then arrested for reckless endangerment, illegal speed contest, drunken driving, aggravated unlicensed operation of a car, illegal lane changing, and a host of other offenses. So I didn't even tell you everything. That's just to name a few of what I can confirm he's been arrested on. Now, he did get out. He's already out. And listen, man, the statement is what scares me the most. I could have came on here and made comments about Fetty Wap and his driving, right? I didn't want to do that because obviously the brother has one eye, right? I think, what does he have? Glaucoma? I'm not 100% sure, but he has one eye, right? He can't see out of his other eye. And I don't really like judging people or talking about that like that. That's not my place. I just don't do that. It's not his fault he has one eye. I don't like doing that. I don't like trying to stump on people like that in ways like that. That ain't me. But I will say this. When I heard his statement, I did get very disappointed. I'll admit that. I did get very disappointed. When they asked him about what had happened, he said, I guess I'm going to have to start taking Ubers in New York. I thought that was very insensitive. I didn't like how that rubbed me the wrong way. It just felt like he was being sarcastic, right? Because I think last year he was in a motorcycle accident. And people were like, yo, Fetty, you got to chill out with all that. Him and Meek love them bikes, them dirt bikes and everything like that. And I was like, yo, Fetty, come on, bro. You could have, if that's what you got to say, don't say nothing at all, because you sound very insensitive. And now you make people like me want to make some jokes about how the fact you drunk with one eye already. So that would mean you probably double the drunk of everybody else, because you know when we get intoxicated, we start feeling it in our eyes. Everything start looking woozy. People in the club that you would never talk to in your life, they start looking good to you. So if Fetty Wap only has one eye, that means he's getting it double in one eye, right? And he put this on himself. I don't usually make jokes about stuff like this, but yo, my brother, very insensitive. I think you're missing the point, Fetty Wap. This is not about you being charged and your license being suspended. It's about the fact that you thought it was a good idea, with one eye, by the way, might I add, to be a drunk driver swerving lanes. Man, look, Fetty, if you want to do that with your own life, that is fine. But when you put other people's lives in danger because of your reckless, literally your reckless behavior, that's a problem to me. That's a problem to me. Do what you do. Go get in the middle of a deserted island, whatever you want to go, and go drive crazy as you want to. Put your own life in danger. But when we talk about putting other families in danger, putting kids in danger, that because of your reckless driving and your statement that you say, and I read this quote for quote, I guess I'm going to have to start taking Ubers in New York. I think that's very inconsiderate, very childish. He needs to grow up and if you got this bread that you brag about in your records, you need to have a driver at all times. You don't need to be driving around drunk. Look, celebrity or not, I don't want to see drunk drivers on the E-way, especially when they're to the point where they can't even get to their destination. Like I think we've all got behind the wheel when we probably shouldn't have, right? But when you're that drunk and you only got one eye, you damn sure don't need to be behind the wheel. Come on, Fetty. You better than that. And you brought this on yourself. And I'm not giving him slack because the brother has one eye. I'm giving him slack because he doesn't see the seriousness in what he could have done. And I know people in the industry, I know radio stations, they won't say nothing about this because they got relationships with Fetty Wap. But I'll call it out if nobody else will. That's corny what he did and very inconsiderate. Somebody could have been dead because of Fetty Wap's reckless driving and reckless behavior. And I think people need to call it out. I shouldn't be the only guy calling mess like this out. Again, Fetty Wap charged with a multitude of things. I'll say them one more time. Reckless endangerment, illegal speed contest, drunken driving, aggravated unlicensed operation of a car, illegal lane changing, and a host of other offenses. We'll see. Look, man, I never wish jail time on anybody, but Fetty might need a tap on the hand, bro. He might need a little tap on the hand. Nothing hard, nothing too strong, but a little tap on the hand, because you gotta understand your life is not more important than the next person's life. You don't get to put somebody else's life in danger just for your fun and your reckless behavior. Mr. Taliaferro TV, thank you for the time, love, support. I'm sorry, I got to keep it real if nobody else wants to. I don't got any relationships with these rappers. I don't mind keeping it real. Subscribe to my channel for more exclusive takes like this, just like this. I keep it real like this at all times. I'm out. What's going on is yours truly, Mr. Taliaferro. And if you enjoyed this latest video, whether it's sports, hip-hop, or other culture-related activities, please subscribe to my channel right now. And if you want more from Taliaferro, you can always subscribe to the React channel for more of your latest reactions and music and sports highlights.